Same thing on this one. We only need to do Mark 1. But yes, Caterium's done. I got the little check mark thing on the side. It still says Sunday. That's the last day I streamed. So concrete's about to be done. Steel, silica, and aluminum. All right, now let's go here and throw these in. Yeah, steel, silica, and aluminum, which I'm leaving aluminum to the end. I'm not going to give you the satisfaction of watching me struggle through that right now. That may need to be its own separate stream, to be honest. Me struggling through aluminum. Only one waiting to finish setting up train network, then I'll put in Mark 3 miners on every node on the map and take all of them to the ingot factory to turn it. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking about doing. I don't know about the Mark 3 part, but I want to get this done, and then I have to go to the train network because that's the only way the stuff's going to get here. So I'm kind of forced into that. All right, I think I'm happy with this concrete. It works. Slight redesign. We're going to be 4 stories high instead of 3 stories high, but I could care less. Okay, we're going to mark concrete done. All right, let's mark concrete done. If I can get over here, I'm going to add a check mark to to concrete. Yeah, so we just have silica. We're almost there. We have silica, steel, and aluminum. I think we'll do the silica one. Well, I'll start putting the blueprint together and we'll see what we can come up with. Yeah, I just don't have enough experience with nuclear to... All I know is it does seem to be rather complicated. All right, let's get open. I need my Satisfactory tools open. Look at my silica stuff. Calculator. All right, let's move this over here. All right, there's steel, there's iron, there's deuterium. All right, so I was going to use the cheap silica recipe in the assembler. So we're going brand new blueprint. I can't use the refinery one. We're gonna have to build a new one. I'm gonna take quartz and limestone. All right, so I should have the cheap silica. So how many assemblers can we fit in, and how do I want to do this? How do we want to do this? Can't these anymore. I mean, I've got, where is my starter factory? So I've got some of these that use assemblers already. Which one of these use assemblers? I don't think I've got any that just have assemblers. Like reinforced plate, right? Oh, it's the wrong size. Let's just build one. Let's see, starter factory, reinforced. Yeah, see, I've got this one. The only way to get rid of fixonium is turn it into fuel rods and burn it. Well, looks like your decision was made for you then, right? All right, so I've got this blueprint, but this is not what I'm looking for. I thought I had just an empty one. Here's starter factory with 2 assemblers. I really just want to do 2 though. All right, so this is a 2. I think it'd be silly if we just did a double. I think we just need to build a new one. 2.5. Not 45, 4. I mean, realistically, if we can do one with 4, probably be ideal. Yeah, it seems like a pain in the ass. Technically, I could get 6 of these guys in here. Technically, I could stack them. Yes. I mean, this is gonna take me a minute. I'm gonna play with a bunch of different versions. I say a bunch. I'm gonna do this until I feel like it's aesthetically pleasing. So what's our input? 37.5. This is gonna get a little jumbled through here, right? Any overflow. Copy, paste, done. Any. Oops. What was these? This was 52.5 a piece. So this is Mark 2 coming out at this one. Okay, and then this would be 37.5. I think we did that. 37.5 times 6 is 225 coming in, which is Mark 3. 150, so it'd still be Mark 3. All right, so this is a problem. I'm pretty sure this is still an issue with blueprints. You cannot connect in blueprints. You have to connect to the machine first. You think they fixed that? I mean, I don't mind doing that. Oops. I don't want Mark 5. I need Mark 1. I mean, I don't mind doing this. I'm gonna have some clipping through here. I don't think that's the end of the world. I mean, I would like it going the other way. We need to test it. Let's just do a quick and dirty little blueprint. Tests blueprint. You know, I don't have any limestone to throw into this, so we need to pick a blueprint that I've got that can throw something in easily. Reinforced plates. Yeah. Station storage. All right, what are you doing? Thank you. Plates and screws. Screws. All right, so if they fix this, these screws should go in. Oh, why did I do that? Oop. Yeah, see they fixed it? Oh, I don't have these set. That would help. Okay, so they did fix it. No, I didn't have it set properly. Okay, perfect. Come on, fingers. Let's go. All right, so I'm glad we confirmed that. So we can redo these. Because I like this much better. So then I don't have to clip down there. Nope, those are at the wrong height. Yeah, I think we noticed that at the same time. Take 2. There we go. Any overflow, just copy and paste. Perfect. This one needs to be none though, because we're gonna have nothing once we get to the end. That should be Mark 3. 22.5 times 6. So that one's Mark 3 coming in, but it can be Mark 2 after that. What vertical conveyors did you use? Mark 3. Vertical conveyors for where? For these? Mark 1. I'm assuming that's what you're asking. I didn't want, that's why I'm gonna have to go fix that. No, because I can do this. No, I can't do this. I've got those off. Half nudge the this guy. I didn't think about that. I only need one of them. Ooh, it's more than a half nudge. Maybe it's a full nudge. A full nudge? Okay, so how do we want to do this? Probably need to do this number. It needs to be a merger anyway. Yes, I'm definitely gonna put in some lights. I'm gonna keep this as compact as I can. Am I fine with that? I think I'm fine with that. All right, so what are these putting out a piece? 52.5 times 3 is 157, so that's Mark 3. It's not the prettiest looking thing. We may have to play with some aesthetics on it. Kind of the same issue here, huh? Does that look about the same height? That's Mark 4. You think it's one more? Probably is one more. It's almost like it's a half more. Did 3 last time. 1, 2, 3. That's 4. That's too high. I think it's 3.5. Let's try that. Nope, it was 4. Didn't look like it, did it? 7.5. 225, 315. Okay. How are you going to do the distribution? We have Mark 5. How many going to need for output? Yeah, I'm gonna need. I mean, if I do four per floor, right? That's gonna be copy, paste. It's gonna be 135. Let's look at it. 135 times 4 is 540 quarts. That works. 225. 900, so that's gonna be 2 belts, and then output is 1260. That's gonna be 2 belts, so it's gonna be a big distribution. I've got a blueprint that I used here. Look, the double basic distribution. So this is what I used in the starter factory. That it splits, and this was all built prior to auto connect, so I didn't have any belts ran in these, but so what I did is I had this one was splitting 2 different, I had combined on the 1 belt, right? But I don't think I'm gonna be able to do this with this much quantity. I'm gonna have to have separate belts, but it may be something similar to this. Yes, it is. And I built a ton of these. This one right here, this black one, I built a ton of these in that starter factory and had to go back and fix them all. I think I missed a few of them, but yeah, I noticed that too after I built that entire, you can't even see it over here. It's back behind there, right? I built that entire damn thing. It was an accident. I know, right? Okay, so we got the core structure. We need power. We need a walkway. I don't think. How do we want to do this? Make them the same height as the other blueprints. I think that's gonna be a problem because I'm gonna be I'll be underneath this one, I think. Here, let me just put this so it's there. Hold on, let's just open up one of the distributions. One of the ones we just built. Here's the last one from concrete. Yeah, see this? And it's a full foundation off. So yeah, it'll be running right through this thing. I'm almost tempted to do this. It will be overkill, but there's not gonna be a ton of these blueprints. Do one of these numbers. One on each side. Then I can have them lower and be, oh, that thing disappeared again. Come on, give me this. Give me one of these back for perspective. See, that's the same height. See how that would look. Oh no, I did not want to do that. Overkill, yes, but I can get lighting down on both sides. Don't know how I would do it terminating down here. That could potentially be an issue. Well, the next problem is going to be if I did this, right? If I kept the distribution blueprint the same height as these, I'm going to run into a problem with this guy. You know, the merger is going to have to be up high unless I try to consolidate these and do like this number. We want to go. We go here. A little better, right? But the problem is going to be, let's grab this just to have it. I'm going to have, don't need to do that. I just need to do this, right? Limestone, quartz, output. But we're going to need 2 limestones and 2 outputs. So I'd probably have to shift these over, right? Looks pretty good. All right, I like this because we can do this. We can play with, so this would be like quartz, right? Any overflow. I don't know if I want to label this as quartz or not. I could probably label the first blueprint. Could color code it. Limestone, distribution. So quartz, limestone, 1 distribution in the first one. I wouldn't need 2 distribution lines until the 4th one. So this could be 1 through 3, or would it? Oh, I did that wrong. It's not 225, that's input. 315 after 2. So this would be 1 and 2. Yeah, this would work for 1 and 2 perfectly. All right, let's. Did I have those other blueprints? I had them as black. All right, we better save both these before we get too ahead of ourselves. Ingot factory, silica, oh, crud. It's gonna be 1 through 3. Again, we're gonna have to do a separate 4th with the overflow on the output. Yes, correct. Okay, you're not typing silica. I mean, it's just white print. I don't know what description I used in the other stuff. First 3 blueprints per floor. Save. And then we said this was going to be 1 and 2 distribution. What did I label those? It's just IF silica distribution. Not lighting. We want to be in silica and belt, white. And save. All right, now if we screw up, we got it. Jonathan, first I've ever seen this game. Can't stop playing it. It is very, 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 very addicting. Very addicting. One thing I haven't thought of. Let's go look at this up here real quick. And I'm not sure how we're going to handle this. So this is where all the materials are going to come in, right? So for this iron ingot blueprint, we got water, iron ore. Iron ore distributes, goes around, distributes, goes around, distributes, goes around. Gets to the last blueprint for this floor, distributes. Well, what are we gonna do about this? Do we just terminate it here and let this go all the way back to the trains? Or do you tie this back into this floor and let it circulate back around? I mean, even if you did that, if you merge this one back in to this line, you're still gonna be backing up back to the trains. Now, I don't want to sync the raw resources. I'll sync the products. Technically, we're gonna have this, right? I mean, this is not what it's going to look like, but this is what it's going to look like, if that makes any sense. So we're coming out of, this is the train, right? This will be coming from the train. Breaks out, goes through here. Do we really want to do that? So if this starts backing up, right? Okay, say we did this. These won't back up because we'll be overflowing here, right? But once I merge into here, this is going to start backing up back to the trains, which is literally no different than this, because that backs up, and it's going to back up to the train. So either way, they're going to back up. No, don't want to delete that. All right, so the only reason I was asking that is, why the hell was I asking that? Now I've completely lost my train of thought. Oh well, it was a question worth asking. All right, so let's go back to the actual blueprint here. One, I don't like these. We need to make these white or silica. How are we gonna beautify this? I don't know. That is a problem. No, don't want to do that. It's gonna go right through. I mean, you could do this number, right? Also not horrendous. Yeah, kind of works. feel like I need some more decoration though. I mean, because if you look at the other blueprints that I built with the, and let's just look at this one. It's nice and solid. This just seems open and bleh. Let's see what we can do with, I don't think I'm gonna like this, but let's see. Definitely not gonna like this. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Not feeling that at all. Let's see what else we can do. That doesn't feel good. That doesn't feel good either. Okay, maybe we're onto something here. Hold on. No. No. Not feeling that either. May just have to leave it just bare. Just nothing there. Right? Just leave it like this. I'd really kind of rather not. Alright, let's look up power while I'm thinking about this. We'll go straight into the foundations. Alright, we're gonna play difficult, are we? Oh, come on. There you are. Ooh, this one's gonna be rough to get to. Let's see if I can get to where I can see straight down. Probably about there. Now, can we get in here? Oh, not. Let's try something else. Let's just go to here. It's pretty good right there. That one, right? Nope. Right. You can get it there. All right, power's hooked up. Run the flooring back in. All right, so what are we gonna do about the aesthetics on this thing? I don't know. I'm at a complete mental block. Maybe I'll just have to come back to it. I think I'm just going to have to come back to it. All right. Distribution. Quartz, limestone. Output. We need. Probably want it running right down the middle. Yes. These need to be. Oh, I got to put lights. Okay. Now we need to do our tie-in points, which are where and where. There. But no, we don't want to do that. Maybe I don't want the running through them down the middle unless I do this number. Be a little funky. Let's see. I don't really need to do that. Uh-oh. What the hell? I think I noticed that. That would have been a nightmare. All right, so what do we say? This was 1 and... Oh, I need to put cable on this. 1 and 2. So this is going to be 1, 2, and 3. This could be 1, 2, and 3. No, it can't. It has to be 1 and 2 because of the output. Yep, it's gonna be 1 and 2 because of the output. Okay, now let's go throw these two. Let's throw 1 and 2 together. I want to see what these look like. Still need lights. Can't do auto connect. Doesn't like these multiple builds. It's fine though. Oops, I'm out of all clad. That's a problem.
Use of these products invalidates any warranty. Function not guaranteed.
Thanks, Ada. That's a problem. Okay, good thing we tested this because I must have put that merger in backwards. Oh, let's go check that out. Ooh, what are you doing? That shouldn't be doing that. Why is that doing that? Really strange. Alright, that's correct now. I would like to know why this is not working. Should not be doing that. No, we'll force it to work. Does that sound? All right, let's resave this. Probably should put the overhead lights on this thing too while we're here. So this one doesn't have to necessarily be as tall as the one with the refineries. I guess let's gauge. Let's throw these in and see. I don't want to just assume. All right, let's see how this works. Hate how that does that. Absolutely hate it. Auto connect. Yeah. Okay, it's not bad. You know, obviously I can fill these in. It works out pretty good. Make sure everything powers up. Okay, everything gets juice. And you're just gonna have bright white lights. You need some lights above. Now here's the $1 million question, right? So if we do blueprint, definitely don't want it that close, right? Where do we kind of want this? It needs to be multiple of 4, so we can do proper. Oh, what's it called? Okay, so either there or up 4 more. Probably there. Throw these on fun for now. Where's the bright white? There's bright white. It's a lot of light. It may be too much light. I don't know. I like the height. Wish I could get it darker. I really want. Maybe I drop the intensity down. I think that's what I need to do for this white. Go down to 2. Probably these 2 as well. Plunk. I think that's a little better. Still pretty intense. I don't know. We could almost maybe come down a little bit more. I don't know. I think we've got a good grasp of what I want to do to finish this off. I'm just stuck on the aesthetics portion. I really don't want to move on to the next one without having that figured out, to be honest. Yeah, I definitely need to get some sort of aesthetics set up on this so that I did too much work on these, right, to just mail it in on some of these other ones, and I can't do it any justice if I don't have the right mental state to creativity block right now on what I want to do with this. So I think we're going to leave it for today.